Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner boxing 24. Good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing well. As always, God is great, God is good, and I can't complain. So we got some disappointing news. Undisputed champion, junior middleweight, undisputed champion. Actually, the first ever 154-pound undisputed champion in the history of boxing, Jermell Lions Only Charlo, who's one of my number one fighters. And it's sad because he's still not in the top 3 in these pound for pound lists, which goes to show you that ESPN and a lot of these pound for pound lists is really garbage. It don't even mean a damn thing. Because anytime you got a fighter who's undisputed and you're going to tell me he's not in the top 3 or the top 5, then you know that's a problem. That's ridiculous. Okay? So Jermell Charlo was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu on January 28th, and he injured his left hand in training. Actually broke his left hand, he said. He found out in two different places. He went to see 2 different doctors, and he can't continue on and continue on in training and go on with the fight for January 28th. He said he's going to be in a cast for at least 2 months, and then after that, they look at it, then he could resume training or rehabilitation. Pardon me. He's gonna have to have rehabilitation, and then he'll be able to go back into training. So I guess he won't be fighting no sooner than April, May, or June, something like that. Because this is December right here. So by the time he get the cast off, it's gonna be February, and in February going into March, and then a little rehab. So April, so maybe that fight might not happen really realistically till May or June. Now, Tim Tszyu, of course, he said he's disappointed, but he said he's willing to fight the top mandatory challenger that's next in line. Kudos to him. That's good. Just stay busy. I get it. No problem. But Jermell Charlo said that he really was up for this fight, and he felt like he could have beat Tim Tszyu with one hand. But of course, you know, the doctor said, nah, you can't do that. We can't let you get in the ring like that, not being fully healthy. So, you know, disappointing news, but we know Jermell Charlo is going to be back. But just, again, like I said, here's a man who fought Tony Harrison the first time and took a loss, even though he won the fight. Close fight, but he won the fight. He comes back, he stops Tony Harrison. Then he's in a close fight with Brian Castano, the first fight. I give him the win. Then he comes back and he stops Brian Castano. Right? But even before that, he fought Jason Rosario, who stopped Julian Williams in a surprise upset. Jermell Charlo breaks him down, stops him, beats him. Okay? So from Harrison to Rosario to Castano, man, he was in some tough fights, some good fights, where he overcame and won. And now he getting ready to go into a fight with an undefeated son of a Hall of Famer, Tim Tszyu, the son of a former 140-pound champion, Tszyu, who's tough. And he's getting ready to go into that, and then he hurts his hand. But the point is, man, how in the hell could he not be on these pound for pound lists as 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, man? Not even in the top 5. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Devin Haney, he's not in the top 5. How could that be? Undisputed 135-pound champion, going back and forth. And they fought more recently. How could you change your status? How could Alexander Usyk change his status from 9 to 8 with ESPN, and he hasn't even fought? Devin Haney fought. How did that happen? They still got Crawford as number 1. Okay. I always said Canelo was my top fighter But I see Crawford, no problem. But you're not going to tell me that Haney, Shakur, and Tank and Jermell Charlo is not in your top 5. Don't make no damn sense. You got the 122 pounder, Aneyu. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but the fighter that's moving up to 122 pounds to fight Stephen Fulton, Asian fighter, and they got him in the top 3. I mean, the rankings is just crazy. The rankings is just crazy. So, Jermell Charlo, we know who you are, man. We know you earned where you at. We know you're a top fighter, and we know you'll fight anybody. Lions only. We know that. And we know, like you said, you're going to come back hungrier and stronger to fight Tim Tszyu whenever that fight happens in April, May, or June. You're going to be ready, willing, and able to take that win and move on to the next one. So we're looking forward to you coming back, Jermell Charlo. We hope that your hand heals fully. Take your time. We wish you peace and health. God bless you and your family. Okay, we look forward to seeing you because we know one thing about you. You come to fight, and you'll fight anybody. All right, so that's why we got much love and respect for you, Jermell Charlo. And Tim Tszyu, let's see what you're going to do in the meantime. Let's see if you mean what you say. You said you'll fight the next challenger, the next top challenger. So let's see what you do. All right, Fundora maybe. I don't know if you want that, but we'll see what happens. Peace and blessings, y'all, in this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.